2.5, 3.5, and we're fucking live. There it is. We are up today. Couple of special guesses straight from SoCal. Plus we have Carmelized Ponies, but new people. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the one viewer that we have right now while we're setting up.
What's going on, guys? Mayrod.
Well, tell us a little bit about yourself as well, besides your name.
I thought everyone's going to go down. That's why I kind of stopped myself. But me, I am just another SoCal player in the scene. Kind of new, but still, you know, no one to fuck with because my collector's pretty nasty. Right, Eric?
Yes.
I will attest to that. His collector is one of the few that's actually beaten me in offline tournament, so
And then
I can attest to him being kind of good.
Now that I got Command Grab and Armor Break, that one mix-ups are real.
Right?
Yes. Ain't nobody gonna mess with me. I don't even know, but
And
I'm Syzoth. I'm your Setchion main that everybody hates, I guess.
everybody
don't.
does hate.
I said I like that trend.
I don't hate playing you. I just hate that character. I could play you all day. It doesn't matter. It's just Cetrion is stupid.
Yeah, she's pretty broke.
And we got one more guy back there. Say hi to the folks.
Oh, and people, I'm a Carmelized Pony. Once again, AKA the emo assassin. I'm, just here, ready for a podcast. I'm California, LA. I don't really have social media, but I'm always around, so you'll see me.
Right. This is a hype time. This is our last podcast before Ultimate. So it's like, as of Tuesday, the world is going to change. A lot.
Yeah.
Anybody have any opening opinions on Ultimate? Let's just get right into the controversies.
Hop crushing blows for every character right now. That's what I'm expecting. That's what I want and that's what I need. And I just realized
You should be playing Terminator then.
I just found out that Terminator has an Injustice 1 move.
Yeah, he's got the Doomsday shit.
Overhead low, even though it's super minus after the second one, but it's a 2-frame window that you have to all right, ain't nobody gonna expect the overhead low. And usually when you see a hop, you're like, all right, cool, I punished it, let's go.
Well, but also nope. It's not just that move, it's all of his extended strings if you grab that variation. So it's not just the hop into the low. Like, he has other stuff. Like, he has a restand on his back one. Like, he has a bunch of shit that if you grab that move,
yes, it does. I just started laughing it literally last night, and I was just so shocked. I was like, what? This is possible?
Right?
The Terminator actually has restands?
Yeah. Well, he's always had it with command grab, but now he has it off back one, too.
Yeah. It's incredible. I was so shocked. I just don't know what to put now because everything's one, and I'm just like, well, I want this, I want that, I want this now.
Right? I'm having too much fun with customs. I have to admit that I will here and now eat my crow because I was against customs in competitive play for the longest time, and now that we're getting it, I'm actually pretty hyped.
Yeah.
Well, I think Scarlet and Kodo is going to be top tier, by the way.
I think everyone's going to be top tier.
Yeah, finally.
Everyone's going to be viable.
At least.
Well, because the game, it seems like it was balanced around customs from the start. And, the whole tournament variation thing was more to just placate the competitive community to shut them up so they wouldn't complain about customs. But it seemed like the game was designed and built for customs, and we're actually going to get the real game that it should have been from the start.
Well, I just honestly think everybody's going to pick the same variations anyway, so it's kind of not going to be that difficult to, get your opponent.
I don't see that happening.
I see everybody picking the best variation.
No,
Yeah,
because
true.
there's too much utility in other moves. I feel like people will have a main and they'll have a main variation, and then they'll swap out moves for counter picks. And I think that's how the meta's gonna
Yeah,
go. That there
it'll
will
just
be
be
an
like
optimal
picking.
build, but there's gonna be side builds like, okay, yeah, this is optimal, but if you're fighting Jade, this will be your optimal build.
Yeah, that'd be cool, but I figure it'll be the same ones though. You know what I mean? Like it's
Well,
like, okay, I know you're gonna switch to this one. I got you. But
Well, I mean, this whole custom thing has definitely changed my opinion on the way the game should be balanced. Like with customs, like I was a huge proponent of everybody having a good mid, but with customs, I can see why a lot of characters don't have mids now. And I'm like, okay, this is how the game is actually supposed to be played. Because it's like, I used to think, like, oh yeah, Scarlet needs a good mid. But looking at what she has in her custom loadouts and what she could build, I'm like, oh yeah, this character would be stupid with a good mid. Holy shit. I see now why they don't give her one.
yeah, it's definitely gonna be one of those fun sessions.
What about you? Was that who's been quiet? I think it was Syzoth.
Yeah,
What do you think about customs so far?
I think it's fun. It adds new fun to the game. Try out new stuff. I just
Well,
want to see how they balance it.
Well, because you're a big lab monkey. You were one of the first people in SoCal to sing the praises of Variation 3 Cetrion. And, like,
Yeah.
once we all saw what that character was capable of after you kind of exposed it, it was like, oh, shit. I'd hate to see what this guy does with fucking customs. You know, I can imagine fucking Syzoth picking his fucking his circles, right? With Cetrion, just like, oh, yeah, I could have fucking Earth Circle whenever I want. Fuck you.
Yeah, that's the awesome things about customs. You can just pick the circle you want instead of just getting RNG.
Right?
Oh, for real? Oh my god.
But the
Yeah.
only downside is that it costs 2 slots, so you kind of have to sacrifice that.
Yeah, I think they're
I mean,
going to
I
change a
would.
lot of the slots. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be 2 slots, and there's a lot of stuff that doesn't need to
Nah,
be 2
they
slots.
already posted on. They already posted on Twitter and that.
They're not changing the slots?
Yeah, they're gonna keep them the same.
Oh, the slots okay. So then just the moves will just be changed because I know they say like they gave examples of like what will be in the game and what won't be and what's gonna be changed.
Yeah, they're doing that for sure, but not the slots, I guess.
The slots are dumb and don't make sense for a lot of moves. Like, why is one of Nightwolf's combo extenders 2 slots and the other one isn't? And the other one is, like, far superior.
Which one?
The roll is like a better. It's pretty well
the
established
roll.
that the
Oh.
roll is better than Rising Tomahawk, and but Rising Tomahawk is 2 slots, and it's like, okay, if you have Rising Tomahawk, the only advantage I can see to Rising Tomahawk over the roll is that you have a combo ender with charge, like you still have shoulder charge, but like even then, most people have found optimals with the roll anyways that do more damage than the shoulder charge.
Oh, the only 2 he has are Rising Tomahawk and Ancestral Light. Okay.
Yeah, and it's like, why is Rising Tomahawk 2 slots and the roll 1? It used to make sense because the roll didn't combo off everything, but now the roll combos off
now.
everything that
Well,
the Tomahawk does. So why are they, you know, that's what I'm saying is I'm like, they need to change that. Like, Rising Tomahawk should either be 1 slot or the roll should be 2.
The roll is 2 slots because you have to add it to launch it.
Yeah, you have to 2 different ones. Yeah, exactly.
That's kinda dumb for the roll.
So with the
The
roll,
roll and
Yeah,
you add
it
the
says
roll
right here.
and then- yeah.
Yeah, you have to
roll
like add the
This will
amplifier.
just-
oh, it is 2
This
slots.
This will just replace it, and then this it says modifies it to knock it up.
Yeah,
Oh, so technically it is
Ah.
2. So there you go. That's pretty.
That's pretty dumb, I would say, honestly.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would say that as well.
weird because that's like wait. So then technically it is 2 slots. Like you need another one for the
Both.
pop up.
Yeah. I think that's
Which is-
fine then if they've made it to where combo extenders are 2 slots. Although then you have guys like Kotal Khan who like his combo extender changes his character very drastically and that's still only 1 slot.
I'm gonna be so excited right now.
Like,
Concut for life.
you know, it's like, why is that one 1 slot? Like, that changes Kotal Khan by a lot. And, like, he's so much better with that than he is without it. Like, I don't know. Some of their balancing on some of the customizations are a little weird to me, and I thought that they would change some of the slots.
I guarantee they're gonna nerf my totems, but hopefully they give them a faster frame rate rather than just nerf everything.
I don't see Kodo buffed.
I don't either. Kotal is too good as it is, and with customs, he's going to be way better.
I already know they're going to nerf the totems, but like hopefully they at least give me a faster rate to pull them out.
Yeah.
Dude, if you could shotgun totems like fucking Scorpion does his little spear buff, fuck that. Fucking Kotal would be fucking stupid cheap if he had fast.
Oh, not that serious. Not that serious, man. Just, one frame off the defense,
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Kotal's already good as it is.
I'm just saying they're gonna nerf him, man. They're gonna make you.
I use command grab, cat, and then armor break. I think I try to use those.
Yeah, I was thinking of Ascension with cat form, like replacing the shitty God Ray with cat form, just to make everything safe on hit confirm.
Mm-hmm.
So you basically have Kotal. You have Kotal, but he's safe. So like everything you do, it's like, oh, okay, they're blocking. Like I could go for the tick throw. I can go for Tiger to be safe. If I hit them, I can hit confirm into con cut. Like, I think cat form is going to be one of his big moves.
I've been going for the air one lately, like instead of the far one, just so and just keep everything else. But I try both out.
Wait, can you make air cat form safe too? I thought that was just
yeah, you can.
Yeah.
What? He has a safe dive kick? Or is it a spacing?
Yeah.
Is it a spacing thing that costs?
Yeah, it's not. You got to be close, a little bit closer for the air one though. But yeah, it's safe stuff.
Oh wow, dude, that's gonna be so cheap if you have to be close because he could do it off short hops, which are now invincible to pokes.
Yeah, exactly.
So you can do short hop cat form dive and be safe.
I think it's faster than the Kano ball as well.
That's gonna be stupid. Maybe I'll try that. That's gonna be dumb. Fucking. He does not need a safe dive. Nobody needs a safe dive.
What do you mean, man? He gets zoned so hard. He needs something safe.
Dive kicks should never be safe. Did you guys not play Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition? Dive kicks do not need to be safe ever in any game. And this is coming from the Lao main. The Lao main is saying all dive kicks should be death on block.
Imagine Lao's kick was safe and fast, just like his recovery on whiff.
Dude, if my dive kick was safe, like, you guys would I would never be not in. Like, I already unga-bunga that thing enough as it is, but if it was safe, I would just never stop doing it. I'd look like fucking Dr. Doom in Marvel vs. Capcom, just triangle jumping across the screen.
That would be crazy.
I'll just sit
Kodo
there.
Is so unsafe. He needs at least one safe thing.
He does. He has cat form.
It's true. And then, like, I think like 4 people can jump over like back to 2. I think it is back to 2.
I can't jump back to 2. I can't, and I'm one of the characters built for jumping. There's no way. Steve catches me with back 2-2 trying to jump every fucking time. Like it's not.
Back 2-2 is faster now, I think, as well. So might be a little thing going on.
Dude, the fact that you could just back 2-2 from like almost full screen into fucking meter burn cat to make it safe and then start tick throw setups. Kotal's gonna be dumb, dude. They don't need to buff that fucking character. He's gonna be good.
He's not getting buffed. Definitely not. But he's going to be better for sure.
They'll probably just say like this move is now like more minus, or this move is not as minus as it used to be.
Yeah, he's definitely not good. But
even then, his frames are good. The only thing he doesn't have is a good mid for up close, but he's got fucking tick grab. He doesn't need a mid. If you try to mash on him, you get mid grabbed.
Don't hate on him being a real con now, you know what I mean?
No, I'm hype. I think Kotal's one of those characters that I wanted to see really well in like competition, because I think he's very exciting to watch. He's just a lot of fun.
Yeah, he is. He is.
And he's unique. Like, what other fighting game character is a giant Aztec warrior outside of fucking Ancient Ogre who isn't even in Tekken 7? You know? So it's like there's no fucking Aztec representation. Like, make Kotal great again.
I know he keeps getting his ass beat in the story mode, so.
I mean, come
True.
on, let's be real, dude. How many of us were hype when fucking Tekken Master pulled out Kotal Khan to fight Sonic Fox in the finals of MKX's Evo? That shit was fucking. That shit was hype. We were like, oh shit, Kotal Khan in the grand finals. That was one of the hypest grand finals ever.
That's like legitimately why I main Kodo for real. When I first started
It
off
was
with him.
pretty funny. We got to see Sonic like kind of stress out, and he's like, "I take off my hat," and
He
everyone
had to pull Alien.
Whoa.
He had to pull Alien because the Khan was too good.
That's true.
He was like,
Don't
fuck,
believe
I
that.
can't stop this big green idiot. What the fuck am I going to do? Oh, yeah, that's right. Down 150-50. That whole match. I had arguments with, I think, Han Rashid. We were discussing that match, and he was like, oh, yeah, the brilliance of Sonic Fox in that match. And I was like, he was not brilliant. Every engagement was down 150-50. He knew what he was doing. He knew he was being cheap, but let's not sit there and talk about his brilliant play as if that was like a brilliant call-out. Tekken Master had his number, and he had no answer to down 150-50.
These days, brilliant is just doing things to win, man.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not hating. I'm not hating, but I'm certainly not going to call that masterful play. Like, he did what he had to do to win. I'm not mad at that. It was cheap shit, but like, let's not say that he was some kind of tactical genius. He just won a lot of coin flips. But like, there was something that I kind of wanted to bring up in the podcast, and this would probably be like my hot take. This would probably get me fucking a lot of shit. But there was something I wanted to discuss as it relates to customs. I've been long saying that I am actually in favor of MK just being straight up game as a service and just going like the Fortnite route. Even if they went free to play, like I wouldn't even trip about that. But I would be cool with just like constant support going forward, you know, more characters until we have like, you know, Armageddon 2, more stages and all of that. Like just keep updating MK forever. But when they announced customs, it got me kind of thinking, and there was a thought that I thought of, and I went over back in my mind, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to bring this up in the podcast and see what everybody says. But what would everybody think about more move DLC?
Yeah,
Ooh, I was already thinking that count. Yeah, that's what I was talking about like earlier. I guess
probably DLC. They'll probably be in the update. They'll be like, "Hey, by the way, we added new moves." So
added moves.
know,
Yeah, that was
I feel like
combo.
they should, because there is. I don't know if there's anybody else in this roster that doesn't already have new moves besides their 3 variations. Because Collector does. He has nothing new.
He has nothing.
All the same,
Liu Kang and Cetrion and Collector have nothing that isn't already tournament viable.
right? Is that true?
Yeah,
I don't know.
those 3 are the 3 that have no moves. Jax only has 1 move. Like Kung Lao has 2. Most characters like have at least 2 or 3, but Liu Kang,
yeah, that's true.
Cetrion, and Collector, everything is already. We've seen everything from them.
Okay,
Yeah.
But like the thing
Yeah,
is,
what?
the reason why I find it to be kind of a controversial opinion, because I am actually in favor of adding moves as DLC. But the problem is you have a lot of people that are like that complain about pay to win, and that would be a rough tightrope to walk. Because if they add new moves and they're really shitty, no one's gonna buy them. But if they add moves and they're really good,
Nah,
then
I
it
wouldn't
becomes
take it
pay
as
to win.
DLC then.
I feel
I
like
just
that-
realized you can actually pick what you want out of the RNG. Oh shit!
I thought you just said that.
Yeah.
No,
Wait.
like I didn't know that you were able to pick it separately.
Wait,
You can
for
either have
Cetrion?
the fire, you can either have the Aquaman,
Oh my god,
or you can
that's
have
pretty
the
intense.
wind. Oh wow, that's actually wow. So if what you want
Pretty
specifically, or you can get all 3, but it has to be RNG.
Yeah, we already talked
We're
about
gonna have to
that.
wait for
I didn't know that. I was just
She
kind of
could
just I
pick her
didn't hear. I was
circle.
just kind of.
the.
She's gonna be really good with that Aquaman shit. They're like slowly but surely turning MK11 into Injustice with fucking Doomsday's fucking shit on Terminator and Cetrion now gonna be Aquaman. You gotta be kidding me.
And it's gonna. I think it's gonna let a lot of more people explore characters now as well.
Yeah.
'Cause usually it didn't really fit their style, but now like they can kind of get around all that.
Well, I just think back on the subject of new moves, like even if they were DLC and we had to pay for them, but they came in like a pack, I'd be totally down for that. Because I would buy all the DLC anyways. I could see somebody that like doesn't want to spend $10 for more moves, saying it's pay to win if like the best moves are like the new ones. But like I would be
I'd rather just
fine
come
with
in a
that.
pack.
Yeah, in like a pack, like if it was like a move pack that added like 4 or 5 moves, like one move for each character, and like they did
No, I
that.
just mean like a patch. Like, just
Yeah,
you don't have to buy it.
like a free update, you get free moves.
Yeah.
I would love to see more moves added because a lot of characters don't have a lot of their iconic moves. Like, dude, I would totally be down for Sonya to have Kiss Back and have a meter, a 1-bar combo extender instead of having to just do back 1, 2, 4 every day.
And it's very possible too. So that's it would be.
Or a resend kiss.
Right?
That'll be nice for MK9.
You know, like there's
Go
a
back
lot
again.
of moves. Scorpion's
I missed
ground
her
fire.
I missed like her upwards bicycle kick, man. That thing was nice.
Oh yeah. Or even Liu Kang's bicycle kick in X where he would do a front flip if you meter burned it and pop him up. I was like, why the fuck did he didn't get that back? That shit was tight.
Yeah.
Like
Backflips are cooler,
I guess. But like I would be down for more moves. I hope that they add more. Like I think that this is like the new dawn of MK11 that like this is a new game we've never played. And like I want to go all in. Like I'm sold. I'm sold on customs. Give me more moves.
Yeah, honestly, Red, they're not giving up basically on the little. This is not the last update I heard about.
No,
Let's
this
hope
is
not.
not.
They're gonna.
Anybody that thinks
Everyone
this
kept
is it,
saying that because it's all. Yeah, I was like, what is y'all talking about, man?
This is just the beginning.
dude, like when everybody's like, oh, when they last did an ultimate, that was the end of that game, and I'm like, no, because
2020,
trilogy.
man. They didn't have.
Well, trilogy was
They
an
didn't have
update to 3. So like after MK Ultimate or MK3 Ultimate MK3, they came out with Trilogy, which was basically an expansion to Ultimate MK3. So there was still an update after Ultimate. Ultimate was never the end.
Yeah, exactly. Plus, you could just update stuff now just off the internet, so it's not the same.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen the leaks? We could discuss that.
I have
What
not.
are the new ones?
The new leak. The guy who leaked Aftermath, which wasn't that DVD guy, it was that, what is his name, Waddles or Whittles? That guy leaked Combat Packs 4, 5, and 6.
4 or 5. Where are the 3?
Or 3, 4, and 5. 3, 4, and 5, not 4.
Okay.
He leaked Combat Packs 3, 4, and 5 and said there might be a 6
have not.
depending on how well the 3, 4, and 5 do. That they're planning a
Ermac
6,
in there?
but it's not set in stone. Oh, yeah. Oh, so the leak says that we are getting, and again, I usually don't cover leaks on my channel, but I figure, fuck it, dude. Like, after Ultimate, all bets are off. Let's cover that shit, right? So we're getting,
Yeah.
according to the leaker, we're getting Havoc, Serena, Smoke, Ashra, Ermac, Reptile, Quan Chi, Takeda, the comedian from The Watchmen, and Ripley from Aliens.
Look at me.
I'll be down for the comedian.
That's funny, man.
As cool as the comedian is, I'm mad it's not Rorschach. If there was any character to represent Watchmen, it should be Rorschach.
Comedian would
Like
just be
Rorschach.
another
Comedian, basically, he's just famous. You know, ain't he the Walking Dead guy? So I think he,
Yeah, he is. Oh,
same
that
guy.
would mean,
So
dude, that would mean he'd be in 2 fighting games. He'd be in fucking Tekken and he'd be in MK.
yeah, exactly. I think he's rough too. So I would see him in this game.
I'd be cool for comedian, but I still prefer Rorschach. And as far as the MK characters go, like that would be my perfect wish list. Like after Molina and
really
Rain got
does.
ended, I'm like, dude, where's Ermac, Reptile, fucking Serena, Smoke? Like that list is
Rorschach could be like a little wild animal.
Yeah, like, and then I guess they're doing there's gonna be another story expansion in that leak, and they're adding like
Yeah,
a
I
bunch of
figured
skins
that.
and stuff. I haven't completely put the leak to memory yet, so like I don't really know entirely, but it sounds legit, dude. The guy leaked Aftermath before it came out. He didn't leak Combat Pack 2, but he did leak Aftermath. And he got that right, so I kind of find it believable. Because he didn't leak Combat Pack 2 because I guess his source didn't give him that information. So it's not like he's not like other leakers where he was just throwing shit out there just to get like internet clout. Like he only leaked stuff when he had stuff, and when he did leak it, it was right.
Damn.
I didn't hear Cyrax in there though. That's not cool.
Yeah, they asked him about that with Cyrax and Sector, and he's like, yeah, my sources don't have anything to say about them, but other than, like, these are the characters that they're working on actively right now, and Cyrax and Sector are not those characters. So, like, I don't know, man. I want to believe the leak, because, like, I think that would be an awesome fucking roster. Like, I don't care for the comedian, and I don't care for Ripley, but I do think Ripley...
Mm-hmm.
I think Sigourney Weaver would be cool. I just wish she was fucking Gozer instead. Like, if you're gonna get Sigourney Weaver, get Gozer.
I still want the chick from Kill Bill. I'm gonna keep tweeting that somewhere.
No, I still
More
want Mr.
iconic
T.
movie
Yeah.
heroes like that.
I still want
I want
Mr. T. I actually have a connection to
She was
Mr.
real bloody
T.
in that movie.
I have a connection to Mr. T, and that was one of the things I was going to tweet at Ed Boon and be like, Ed Boon, what do I got to do to get Mr. T in this game? Do I have to call him? Because I could maybe do that. Maybe.
And he'll get right on track when you hear that. Maybe it's like, maybe it's like, let's talk.
Right? Like, okay, so the guy who does my hair actually is a cancer survivor. And he told me that while he was in, cancer clinic was the time Mr. T was dealing with his cancer. So he's like, yeah, dude, I know Mr. T. I talk to him at least once a month. I have his cell phone number and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, oh, cool. If I ever need to pity a fool, I'll hit you up. And then I was like, fuck, dude, if I could hit up Mr. T and be the bridge between Mr. T and Netherrealm to get him in this fucking game, I might have to hit up my homeboy. I might have to hit
Put
up
your
my
name in the stage.
Dude, I would just be down to fucking chill and play as Mr. T and MK. Just pity the fools and drop a fucking van on them.
Oh my gosh.
Well, who are you guys' even character that you heard? Which one is your favorite character to come in the game though?
Guess or MK characters.
Just MK characters.
Probably Smoke or Takeda.
Takeda or Serena.
I would
I think I was just going Ermac for me for sure.
For me, like, I want Smoke back and I want Reptile.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Smoke is like a given to me. I think everyone's going to say Smoke. That's why I never really say it.
I just like Reptile because he has a command dash, and I always thought that was fucking cool how you would launch them and use the command dash in combos. Nobody really does that in this game, so I feel like as far as a mechanic goes, Reptile would be like really, really unique. Like he would be like unlike anybody else in the game because he has stuff that
I think
no
that's
one
why
else
they
has.
released Rambo. Because you know how Rambo has that move where he'll like hit you, roll, hit you again, or if not, cancel, restand you or overhead. I think that's what they were trying to do. Because there's a lot of characters in this game that have like moves that like, hey, that's from Rain, like, or like, hey, this looks like this, and of course, Terminator is a big example. Like, look at him, looks like Jason, literally.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah, but nobody has the command dash that you can use to go through them. Like Reptile's command dash was pretty unique as far as fighting games go. There aren't very many. Like I can only think of like Ibuki from Street Fighter, which is who I main in Street Fighter, being able to command dash like through you. I think that's really cool, unique mechanic, and like that's why I would want Reptile back more than anybody else. Because I feel like, yeah, like Ermac would be cool, but it'd be another character that kind of plays the mid range. Like a lot of the characters that people are asking for outside of like the wild cards, like Havoc, it's like they could do anything with Havoc. But like when I look at characters I want, I'm looking at like stuff that they do that no one else does that would really stand out. And of everybody that's not in MK11, like I think Reptile probably has that mechanic because the command dash is a huge part of his offense.
I just was never really good on Reptile, so I never really picked him.
Go back and watch some like MK9 tournament footage or even MKX, but like watching Reptile combos and like Reptile pressure and offense was so fucking lit. He was so fucking cool. Just fucking dashing behind you and then do a string and then dash behind you again. Like that shit was so nasty.
Especially when he got out of the slow.
Oh yeah, in X.
Yep.
Freaking.
It was always satisfying just to hit it, see it, and be like, whoa.
Lobo.
in slow mo. It's like the Flash.
Yeah, but if anybody should get slow-mo in this game, it should be Cabal. Cabal's the Flash of MK. He should get the slow-mo over Reptile.
That's true. He is our Cabal. He's the fastest in our universe.
Right? Like, if they're going to make anybody the Flash, then it should be Cabal. And, like, you know, Reptile just having the little command dash and slime and shit, I think that would be so fucking sick.
Yeah.
Who you guys think about playing in the combat pack?
Well,
Rambo.
Rain.
I've already made it clear. Like, I'm not even
Oh,
going to
yeah,
answer
yeah.
that question.
It'd be right
Clean up a light.
in the eyes. I'm gonna try to do all my impersonations right
Yeah,
now.
I'm a Rambo.
Like-
I think I'm going hard on Rambo.
You gonna get the bug eating Rambo?
Man, I definitely play it in some matches. I guarantee that.
Aaron Black 2.0.
I don't think the bug's
Literally.
going to be tournament legal. Because I
Why not?
remember in the combat cast they were saying, yeah, it's not one of his tournament legal variations. And this was before they
I thought
announced
it
that
should.
customs were going to be legal. But they knew that customs were going to be legal when they did that combat cast. So for them to
It's
say,
not even that huge of a buff, though. I don't know.
dude, he got a lot of fucking health from that. What are you fucking talking about? He went from almost dead to like 30% off that fucking bug crushing blow.
That's
Get
cool,
outta
man.
here.
What was the requirement for that, KD?
Yeah.
Was it like was it to
It was
have
only
your-
like one. It was like only to get health back. It wasn't even that. You can only do it once.
I think it was like if his health is
And
low and he
it's real
does the
slow.
bug. Wasn't it? If his health was low and then he did the bug, it put him back to fatal blow territory, like at the 30%.
Man,
Something like that.
I
Yeah,
don't think. Yeah.
Or if you eat like
It
a
said if
certain
you eat too much, yeah. I guess you lose energy or slow down or whatever it's called.
I could see that move
If he-
being a 3-slot move. I could see that being like
No,
Shang
no,
Tsung's thing.
I'm gonna have to watch the video again because it doesn't seem that dangerous.
Because they did say that it was not tournament legal. And they knew that they were going to add customs. So I don't know about the bug move. I don't think it's going to be tournament legal. It would be pretty fucking stupid if it was. But then again, Garrus has a lot of stupid shit that I'm like, okay, is that going to... Or is the time shit going to be legal? Is he going to be able to add
Oh no
seconds to
way!
the
That is
block?
not gonna happen, bro.
Who knows?
No, you can
Who knows?
take away time and add it, even
Yeah.
when you die, or when somebody dies. Yeah.
Well, apparently he can only bring it down to 10 seconds left. So if he takes away time and it's at tech 10 seconds, it just puts it back to 10 seconds. Like he doesn't instantly win. And if he adds time and it's at 1 second, it would only go back to 10 seconds, I think. I'm not sure entirely on it because I haven't labbed it because Garrus is for pussies. But yeah, dude, just imagine
Either way, controlling time is
the
just
fucking Gur style Garrus of just backdash and throw sand traps all day, and he can add time. Like, oh fuck, dude. I hope that's
would he be
not
able? How many slots is that time reversal move? If he had both of those at the same time, that'd be ridiculous.
Yeah, he's gonna be stupid. And that ground sand, the fucking quicksand trap. Fuck, dude. I don't want to fucking fight that shit. I really don't want to fight some of these characters. Just looking at what they have, and I'm like, I'm so disappointed with Kung Lao's fucking variations because they all his best ones right now are like the tournament variations, even with his other moves. Outside of having great Kung Lao stance with spin. But, other than that, it's like, okay, what can I do with Orbital Hat? I could build Lotus Fist. It's like, what can I do with Z-Hat? I could build hat tricks. I could put Z-Hat with great Kung Lao stance. But, he doesn't have a whole lot, especially since I found out that Buzzsaw doesn't fucking combo. Buzzsaw is so shitty. Oh, my God, dude.
Oh yeah, Buzzsaw is pretty bad. I will agree with you. Buzzsaw is pretty bad.
Buzzsaw is
It's not
so
as
shitty.
good as.
I
Yeah,
thought it would
it's
be
not-
fucking sick, like a super fucking like Z-Hat with more utility, but it's basically Sub-Zero's ground ice without being unblockable. It just gives you frame advantage. He
Yeah,
can't.
and sometimes there is a moment
That's
where
so
if you
bad.
throw it out while you get hit, it actually won't even hit your opponent.
Yeah,
It's so weird.
dude, trying to make that thing work and comboing off of it, I'd land the Buzzsaw as an anti-air, and I'd go to fucking jump kick, dive kick, because I'm like, okay, I caught them as an anti-air. They're being juggled. But it restands them so they can block the dive kick, and now I get a full punish for landing a hit and trying to combo off of it. Like, Buzzsaw is so bad.
Yeah, well, Collector hasn't changed really at all either, so I'm gonna probably still be using my Squander,
Just
except maybe cancel
command grab
Bola.
is probably what I'll use.
I'll maybe cancel Bola and then keep the Armor Breaker.
I know, A-Rod, what are you going to do with Collector? You're like the...
my personal thought would be, would be exactly what I said. Armor break, command grab, just to get.
Yeah, I'm doing Armor Break teleport.
Or
yeah, I'm doing
that one's nice too, honestly. Or I get command grab, teleport, and I just have one projectile for my restance. That's probably the most, maybe the best thing I can think of. That bag bomb where he throws it and he can restand you.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I like it.
That's like the best thing, because honestly, that weird up mace he does, there's really no point, and they just gave it a brutality, so they made it somewhat.
So there's a brutality. I'm gonna use it.
There's a brutality.
I've never even seen it yet.
They're like, ooh, here it is. Like, now you can use it at the end of your strings. It's just like, no, don't try to make it pretend like you.
But that is
viable.
I think Armor Break.
But that might be funny though. Get a Doodle on somebody.
Yeah.
I think Armor Break will work, man. I think that's gonna be the dope shit.
Well, yeah. I'm gonna just
Some
tell
man
you,
grab so good.
I haven't had one.
I'm probably going to do something with Great Kung Lao stance. I've been waiting for that for a while, and I was so mad when they added Vortex to that shit. I think I'm going to do Great Kung Lao stance Z-Hat and then, still run Lotus Fist. Because there's nothing you can do with Orbital Hat other than Lotus Fist. It's really bad if you don't have Omega Hat.
Damn.
Really?
Because it's so meter intensive. Like, a lot of Kung Laos are like, oh, yeah, I'm going to go Orbital Hat, Z-Hat. And I'm like, yeah, then you will never have bar to do anything. Because you're going to have to spend the bar on Orbital Hat to get the combo. Then you end it with Z-Hat to get the Oki. And then you get, one mix. And then now you don't have bar for, 12 seconds. It's just not going to work. And every combo is a 3-bar combo if you're using Orbital Hat and Z-Hat.
Yeah.
So it's like...
Ooh.
With Kung Lao, it's like, okay, if you're trying to build a variation off of them, it's going to be something with Great Kung Lao stance or Z-Hat. And if you're going to run Orbital Hat, chances are you're just going to run Lotus Fist. But, his other moves are shitty. Like, that Orbital Hat he puts on his enemy, that thing is so garbage. Why would you ever use that? That thing, and then you could double burn it to do the fucking double burn Orbital Hat shield around them, and then they just fucking jade purple shit and walk through, and you're like, oh, okay. Awesome. Fuck me.
Oh, okay. That's how it works.
I wonder if this Scarlet move is going to be banned. Killer Clock. Oh my god, that thing is...
Oh, the shit on the ground?
Oh my god. It's so amazing.
Her low special?
Yeah, the
you
she puts
can't
on the ground.
do any specials or fatal blows or wake up attacks or wake ups.
You can't flawless
or flawless block attacks.
So you can't do anything.
It's basically like Noob's slow shot, only it doesn't just take away a bar of each. It takes away
it's what every
Noob's,
special move that you're trying to put.
If you remember Noob's shot, his
Takes away
projectile.
every mechanic of the game.
Yeah, because that's how it worked. Noob Saibot worked in MK3 and in Trilogy. When he hit you with his projectile, you couldn't do any special moves. And then in this game, they just made it to where he doesn't have bar. But Scarlet got the no special moves.
Oh, amazing.
And that shit requires setup. It requires
it does,
but she's
once
a
you
zoner.
Once you got a little telly or a little whatever, you're good.
Or just zoning. You could sit there and throw that shit out in between fucking projectile spam. And then it's like, okay, I busted my ass to get in. And now when I get in, I can't use anything. Scarlet's...
Yeah, literally.
She's going to be so stupid.
As soon as I see you walking up on me, just throw that on the ground real quick.
Oh, shit. We got a couple of gifted subs. Thank you, Mills. But, sorry, back to the podcast. I got to call out the subs, man. I got to make that money.
Yeah, that might be OD move for sure.
Yeah, Scarlet's gonna be stupid. She's gonna be stupid. I think so many Noob Cybot getting one touch, landing 50% without a fucking crushing blow or a fatal blow with the double bar Noob Cybot. Oh my god. And fucking upgraded Cabal, fucking leaping, upgraded Katana. Yeah.
Upgraded everybody.
This game is gonna get fucking great, dude. I can't wait to see all the stupid shit.
It will be a whole new game. Literally.
It is.
It's gonna be a whole new game.
This is the
So-
biggest meta shift in fighting game history. No other game has changed this much with just a patch. Like,
That's so true.
usually when a fighting game changes this much, it's like, oh yeah, this is Mortal Kombat Turbo. You know, like there's like an expansion. You know, this is Aftermath. And it's weird because they did the expansion. They released Aftermath and it didn't change shit. This is just like a fucking, DLC, like 3 characters. Like this isn't even a big expansion. And yet it's changing the game more than Aftermath did.
This is MK12.
I for one am so down for this. I can't fucking wait, dude. I'm counting down the minutes. And the custom variations have actually tempered my hype for Melina. Cause I'm like,
I wonder if they're gonna add more
Oh,
classes.
I
So
haven't
they
even-
actually make more variations.
like more
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
slots.
look at her moves again.
I hope they add more slots. I don't think they're going to, but I hope they add more
Nah,
slots.
I don't think. Yeah.
Or like more classes,
that-
like you can do instead of just 5, you have now like
Well, yeah, that's what I was
Almost.
talking about. More character
Okay.
slots. Like if they
Remember.
made it 6.
I don't
I
think
just
they're
want
doing
them
that
to.
either, though.
I want them to separate skins from it. Like sometimes I want to play that variation, but I want a different costume. I hope that they do some way to separate skins from variation. Because that's like,
Oh, because you mean like your default thing?
yeah, because like I want to keep my skin, but if I want to change my moveset, like I can't keep my skin.
Nah,
So
I'm
now I
saying
have
it's
to
just
go.
custom. You won't have to. There's no default though, right? You can just
Well,
pick whatever, right?
Whatever you set to your default will be the default. Because I guess the UI is changing to where when you select your character, it comes up with a sub menu and you pick your moves. So like it's going to be like you pick your character and whatever you have set as default. This is what I'm assuming. Whatever you have set as default is going to be your skin, and then you pick your moves. And I'm like, all right, that works. But what if I want to change skins? What if I want to be MK3 fucking Kano with a beard just for one match?
Well, what I was thinking was, since it's gonna be customs, you don't have to pick a default because I think it only does that competitive, doesn't it?
Yeah,
I
but
think
how
you just pick whatever costume you have when you do custom without doing.
are they
competitive.
going to add a UI for you to pick from fucking 500 skins at character select? Like, honestly, that would be pretty shitty. I don't want to sit there at character select for 2 minutes because somebody can't decide on which of their 800
On the
skins they want to
costume?
wear. It's already going to delay in between matches with people picking out their moves. Like, you already see people sandbagging and dragging the clock picking their character as it is. I can imagine people trying to, like, sandbag and pick fucking moves, especially in tournament. That's, like, a big thing in tournaments is going to character swap in between rounds to break momentum. And so I could see people going to do that, like going to move swap between rounds to break momentum and just kind of draw the clock out.
Yeah, that'd be.
And it would be
pretty lame.
worse with skins. Like, there's going to be a timer. Like, in competition, the timer's still going to be there. So it's not like they can drag out the clock all day picking their moves. But it's like having to sit through picking moves and skins means you're going to be waiting that entire 30 seconds in between every match.
Just sit there with your thinking face on while you, what should I use? And then I already know the whole time.
Yeah, like, I hope they come up with some way. Like, at least give us, like, 5 pre-slot skins that we can select from. Like, I can understand them not giving us access to all, like, 500 skins. But, like, at least having, like, 2 or 3 that I can bounce between, I would want that. I worked hard for my fucking skins. I want to wear them. Even though everybody just wears my skin. That shit pisses me off. Every time I see it.
stages.
New stages would be dope. I want the pit to
Yeah,
come
new
back.
Stages.
Mortal Kombat's not Mortal Kombat without some variation of the pit. It's
I
just
like that
not.
stage where you get knocked off the bridge and you get they uppercut you to the spikes. What's that one?
The
I
pit.
mean, it doesn't
Yeah, the
have to
pit.
be spikes.
It
It
is
could
the
be
pit.
anything.
Mm-hmm.
No, I just meant I like that one because it's nice.
Like, I mean, like I would be down for any stages, but I just feel
These
like
alligators down there or something.
there's certain things that are intrinsically Mortal Kombat. I feel like Mortal Kombat has to have a Shokan, it has to have ninjas, and it has to have the pit. And if you don't have a Shokan, a ninja, and the pit, then in my opinion, you're not Mortal Kombat yet. Maybe you're like Special Forces or Sub-Zero Mythologies. Like you're like a Mortal Kombat side game. It's not a numbered entry without the pit. It's just not.
That Retro K level doesn't have it in the background, does it?
Yeah, but it doesn't have a fucking pit fatality. I want to
No, yeah.
Nah,
You'll
dude,
have the
that-
little
yeah.
screen. You'll see the background blaze and like someone else.
It's Hornbuckle. Get your lore right. It's Hornbuckle.
Hornbuckle?
You kids, you younger kids,
Hornbuckle.
did
I like
not-
that name.
you guys that didn't play back in the day don't know who Hornbuckle is.
The pit is in the crypt.
It's in the crypt. No, but
That's
so
a
wait,
good
you
one.
guys don't know who Hornbuckle is? Hornbuckle's the green Liu Kang that's
I don't
fighting
know who-
Blaze. It's like so in the Pit 2 stage
green
in
Liu Kang?
MK2, right? There's a green Liu Kang fighting a flaming
Mhm.
guy, right? That's they ended up saying was Blaze, right? But like
Yeah.
they never really said who those fighters were in the 90s back in the old days. So the fans just nicknamed him Hornbuckle. I don't know why the fuck we called
Oh.
him Hornbuckle, but the green Liu Kang is Hornbuckle, and like that's been his name for like 30 years. And NetherRealm actually made him like kind of quasi canon because they actually acknowledged that the fans named him Hornbuckle, and I think that's why it's always Rain. Ever since MK9, they have Rain fighting Blaze, and because like they don't want to take away Hornbuckle, but they realize that it's a stupid fucking name, so they're just like, yeah, we're gonna switch it
Hornbuckle,
for
huh?
someone else. We're not getting rid of Hornbuckle. He's not gonna be in the game. Hornbuckle for Combat Pack 3. Let's do it. Let's start that trending, guys. Let's get Hornbuckle in MK. I would play a green Liu Kang.
Liu Kang but green.
Well, now that's gonna be the variation name. Hold up, let me just put that real quick.
Right? I need to make a fucking custom variation Hornbuckle. But you know what? Then everybody who started playing with like MK9 or the 3D era, they're not going to get the inside joke. Like most people don't even know what the fuck Ermac is. Like people just think he's just some fucking red ninja wizard. And it's like, no, Ermac was a fucking glitch.
Oh no.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Now he's Jared.
or the
glitch that
other,
I enjoy.
the other character I want is fucking Zebron. I don't know if they'll ever add Zebron, but Zebron would be Zebron was the meme before Su Hao. You guys never heard
Oh, really?
of Zebron? You didn't. Oh my God! I'm about to expose some lore to you guys. So back in
I'm not a lore reader.
MK5 days, right? So before Deadly Alliance came out, like the fans were kind of like with the fan community. So shout outs to MK Online, right? MK Online was the hub for the online MK community. It was kind of like our test your might, sure you can kind of website. And so like NetherRealm would like, be in touch there, and their website wasn't MK Online at the time. It was MK5, mkv.org. And that was like the place for MK stuff. And I remember before MK5 came out, like NetherRealm was like teasing characters. And on April Fools, they teased a character that was Zebron, which was a zebra in a tuxedo and a pimp cane and had like gold chains and shit. And it was like a pimp zebra. And that was going to be a character in MK. And everybody was like, what the fuck is this shit? And it ended up being an April Fool's joke. But now, like, Zebron is like a meme character within, like, all of us old people. They're like, everybody memes like, oh, bring back Su Hao and Mocap. And, like, those of us that are legit old
Mocap.
school fans are like, no, fucking bring in Zebron. It's Zebron's time to shine. Those are my
Mocap
picks
skin.
for. Those are my picks. I want Zebron and I want Hornbuckle for Combat Pack 3. Forget Smoke, forget Ermac, forget Serena, all of that. Throw that shit away, okay? Because
If
nothing.
you get a
that's-
community that big, then you'll probably get it because they did that for Melina.
Let's do it. Let's get a Hornbuckle community. I'm telling
I
you.
feel like that's the only way why she was out is because there's literally so many people every single day. Like it didn't even
Yeah,
matter.
the Bad Chief fans, that's the same as Scorpion though.
Yeah, like
You
They made an ultimate for him.
they made Ultimate specifically for Scorpion. It seems like I think that's why they called it Ultimate. Because they called it Ultimate because it
Yeah.
is specifically to add Melina because of fan complaining. And like MK3, they created Ultimate specifically to add Scorpion because fans complained. That's why anybody
But I
that
think
likes
it's-
Scorpion, you have no right to ever complain about Melina fans. Ever. Never. Anybody that's like, fuck Melina fans, they're whiny and annoying. And I'm like, do you like
I don't
Scorpion?
know, but like,
And they're like,
wasn't
yeah, I like
Scorpion
Scorpion.
like way popular though?
No, he wasn't.
Right.
He was a fucking side character. He was not like the face of the dude. The face of the fucking franchise.
When I
was
played
supposed to be
the
Liu
first
Kang and
Mortal
Johnny
Kombat,
Cage.
Scorpion was literally my favorite character.
Scorpion was just a side character. It was supposed to be Liu Kang and Johnny Cage. That was supposed to be the face of MK. Was Liu Kang and then
That
Johnny
definitely
Cage
didn't
as a
work.
sidekick. And well, what happened was fucking what's his name? Jose Pacina, I think his name was the mocap actor for Johnny Cage when he sold out, and then that's when they changed gears and they were like, all right, man, it's going to be all the Liu Kang show now, and Liu Kang just ended up not being as popular as Scorpion. But after that
But
was
if
all
they
because
ever
of
think
Johnny
we would
Cage's
not like-
actor.
Why would they think we wouldn't like the ninja? Everybody likes ninjas.
Because the ninjas were supposed to be basically just something for Sub-Zero's story. That was all. And then once Sub-Zero's story like completed with Scorpion, like because Mortal Kombat has always been narrative focused. So like it's not really like what characters are popular, it's like what characters fit the story. And so Scorpion's story was resolved. Like, you know, he got revenge on Bi-Han and killed him in MK1. He comes back for MK2 to get Kuai Liang, finds out Kuai Liang isn't the original Sub-Zero, and is like, all right, I can rest in peace now. And his story was done. And they brought him back in MK3 and came up some like weird trumped up conspiracy with fucking Quan Chi and all of that to make it work. But like Scorpion was supposed to be done. Same thing with Johnny Cage. That's why they killed Johnny Cage in MK3. But that had less to do with narrative and had more to do with the fucking the actor selling out. You guys heard about that, right?
The actor on the voice actor, the movie, or what?
No, the actual actor in game. So MK1, 2, and 3 used real actors, right? Like
Yeah.
Hong Sung Pak was Liu Kang and Shang Tsung, and then they had they had, I think it's something Pacina. I want to say Carlos Pacina is his name, I think, but he was Johnny Cage.
That's a terrible name.
He was Johnny Cage, and what had happened was some rival game studio was trying to make a competitor to Mortal Kombat, right? It was like mocapped actors, and it had fatalities. It was basically a Mortal Kombat ripoff, but one of the things that they did was they hired the mocap actor for Johnny Cage to be in it, and they paid him a whole bunch of money to sell out Mortal Kombat to be in this other game as the main character. And so he was in the marketing, like there were magazine articles and TV commercials and shit of Johnny Cage like making fun of Mortal Kombat, like totally just shitting on Mortal Kombat for this new game. And I guess Ed Boon and John Tobias took that shit serious. Like they took it personally because they were like, what the fuck, dude? Like that's fine if you're going to get another job, but like, do you have to shit on us? And so they killed off Johnny Cage for MK3. That's why Johnny Cage is dead. They killed him off. They're like, no, fuck that character. Like, we're killing him off. We're changing
We
gears.
hate that.
Sub-Zero is going to be the main character. That's why they made mythologies. They were like, okay, the game is going to be about Sub-Zero and Liu Kang now. And they were going to make Sub-Zero the main character and kill off Johnny Cage. And they brought back Johnny
The
Cage
beef
just
is real.
because he was like that popular with fans. But they got a new actor for him and all of that, because like, let's be honest, like, dude, MK feels weird without Johnny Cage. But that was why he was taken out of MK3, was because of the actor. And you can look it up. You could Google it and find all that, like all the marketing, like all the advertisements and shit. He was really shitting on MK.
Oh.
What a hater.
Didn't
Well,
like his
I'm not
budget.
gonna lie. It's been some jobs where I would have hated on, but
Hold on. I know I don't interact with chat on the podcast, but I have to call this out. Somebody in chat is saying that I am wrong. Johnny didn't die. It was a movie part he got from Cassandra Prime. And no, you're wrong. Because in the instruction booklets for Mortal Kombat Trilogy, when they brought back Johnny Cage, they explain why he's not dead. That during the merging of the realms between Outworld and Earthrealm, when Sindel got resurrected, it cut off the portal to the afterlife, and Johnny Cage was stranded on Earth as like a half-dead fucking specter, and that's why he was brought back in Trilogy. And that was the lore explanation for why Johnny Cage was missing in MK3 and Ultimate MK3, but back in Trilogy. So, Johnny Cage did die. That is canon. He dies in MK2. At the end of MK2, he dies when Shao Kahn does the initial invasion of Outworld. Just like it happened in the movie, actually. The movie is actually pretty close to what the original lore was. Is that Johnny Cage dies during the initial invasion. killed by one of Shao Kahn's extermination squads. And then when he died, Raiden was leading him to the afterlife as a spirit. But because the realms merged, it cut off all spirits getting to the Earth Realm afterlife. That's why Raiden was brought back in Trilogy as well, because now Raiden, as a spirit being, as a god, is stranded as the Outworld invasion gets resolved. And they didn't really retcon that in MK9. They just kind of ignored it. Like, Johnny Cage just doesn't die. So none of that actually happens. But if you go in and you read Mortal Kombat Trilogy's instruction booklet, because video games used to have those, it is in the canon that Johnny Cage died.
Had those and no move list.
I'm saying there are very few people, as far as old Mortal Kombat lore, that are going to keep up with me. Because I have no life, and like I'm a loser, and I have nothing going for me other than Mortal Kombat. So I know a lot of shit about it.
You're the encyclopedia of MK.
Sorta. Like, I just know a lot about the lore. I play like when I say, okay, because a lot of you guys never heard of me or never knew about me until I started streaming with MK11, but like I've been involved in Mortal Kombat and the Mortal Kombat scene for a long fucking time. Like I just never really like got big placements at majors and didn't really travel that much, but I've played. I'm not like those guys that when a new Mortal Kombat comes out, they're like, oh yeah, I played Mortal Kombat 2 back on Sega Genesis. It's like, yeah, dude, I played Deception. I played Armageddon. I played all of them. I went to the arcade. I didn't stop playing with Mortal Kombat 2 and then come back with X or 11 and say that I've been there from the beginning. No, I've been there from the beginning and I was there through the middle. I know who the fuck Zebron and Hornbuckle are.
In the middle.
You don't know who Zebron and Hornbuckle are? You're not an old school fan.
Who said?
Anybody that didn't have an
Sorry,
mk5.org account is a new school fan to me. You're a new school fan. You're a fair weather casual if you didn't have an mk5.org account. That's where a lot of people came up. Like Crazy Bone, like that. He's a big name player from SoCal. He used to dominate Wednesday night fights. Crazy Bone. That was where he came from. He came from fucking mk5.org. Test Your Might came from mk5.org. There was a split between the two communities. That's why there even is a Test Your Might. Because everybody from Test Your Might came from mk5.org. That was fucking Tom Brady, Rio, all those guys were on that fucking old ass website. But that's just me going off on an old man rant.
I was just gonna say the rapper plays MK. That's awesome, but yeah.
Wait, you don't know who Crazy is? No, ponies. Crazy Bone used to be one of the big names. There was a lot of controversy with him because he was a game tester, and like they allowed him to enter tournaments. I remember that was like the big controversy in MK9. I remember I was kind of pissed off about that because Crazy eliminated me from a lot of tournaments back in the MK9 days. I was hot. I used to fucking hate him. I was like, that fucking cheating motherfucker. But I mean, over years, like, we're cool. We're friends. Crazy Bone, I got nothing but love for Crazy. But I used to hate his ass.
When I say I'm new for real.
Like Syzoth, Arood, you guys know about that shit, right? Because you're from SoCal. You guys should know the lore of SoCal, right?
Yeah.
I fucking hated that shit. I was so mad. But like nowadays, like I consider Crazy like a really good buddy. That's old beef. I used to hate him, but I love him now. Crazy, if you're listening, I love you, bro. You're a good guy. There's a lot of like cool lore that people don't know about in like the games and the scene. And I think it's really cool that like Ketchup and Mustard and Rio are like kind of making YouTube videos about some of that old shit. I had to go and fucking hit up my boy X-Blades. Because like Rio gave him a shout out on one of his last videos. Like he made a video about Liu Kang and MK9, and he was like, "Oh, there was this guy named X-Blades who was like the greatest Liu Kang in the world, and he was so tight." And I fucking went and texted him. I was like, "X, I know you're retired, but dude, Rio gave you a shout out in his fucking YouTube channel, man. Said you were the greatest Liu Kang in MK9." And he was like, "Oh, fuck yeah, dude." And I was like, "You gonna come back for MK11?" And he's like, "Nah, fuck that, I'm retired." He's fucking retired. You guys know X-Blades, right? Syzoth and Arood. He might be before your time, though. Hello?
What?
I don't think. I guess they didn't know X-Blades. X-Blades was like the best Liu Kang in the world during MK9. He was from SoCal. He went with me and him. Like traveled to Evo together. He actually got 4th place at Evo 2012. He was a really, really, really good, like one of the best players in SoCal. But he retired because MK9 is shit. And he never came back. After MK9, he quit the game. He quit fighting games. He quit the FGC because MK9 was so shitty.
Damn.
Syzoth has been very quiet. I agree. Syzoth, do you have an opinion on Hornbuckle? What do you think of Hornbuckle, Syzoth? Tell me.
I think
Tell me what you know.
we need him now.
You hate Hornbuckle?
We need him.
We need him. I'm gonna make
To
a
change the
Hornbuckle.
meta.
I'm gonna make a Hornbuckle custom. It's gonna happen. I've got to do it. Hornbuckle. We need Hornbuckle for Combat Pack 3. Get a hashtag
Yes.
trending, people. Get a hashtag trending. Like Hornbuckle in MK11. Oh, I'm gonna make it a new skin. A new skin. He has to be green Liu Kang. Is there a green Liu Kang? I don't think so.
There is a turquoise one. That's one of my things.
Right? God, I can't wait for fucking Tuesday. All right, so does anybody have any ultimate MK plans? What are you guys doing?
Play
day
Rambo
one?
all day.
Lab.
So like
We play Rambo all day.
MK11 drops right now. What are we doing? What do we start? What are we
I'm
starting?
checking all.
Also, there's
Yeah.
no green Liu Kang. There's like teal and turquoise, but there's no green Liu Kang. So maybe NetherRealm was like, again, they acknowledge Hornbuckle's existence. Maybe that's why there's no green Liu Kang, because they're like, fuck that, we're gonna add Hornbuckle.
Yeah, it is kind of odd not to have green.
There we go. He has the Halloween costume that's green. We got to get Hornbuckle in this game. But anyway, sorry about that. What? Okay, so ponies. What's the first thing you're doing when
What's
Ultimate
that?
comes out?
Checking out every nerf my boy Kodo collector took, and then go for Rambo in the towers, get some costumes while I practice.
Right. What about you, Syzoth?
Go through the patch notes, see if they butchered Cetrion, and then just head on into the lab.
I don't think they're gonna butcher her. I think they'll nerf Typhoon, but I don't think that they're gonna butcher her. There's not much they could do to that character to nerf her without making her unplayable. Like she's kind of on that razor's edge that if they nerf her any further, like she may as well not even exist.
Yeah, they probably
Definitely
just
wanna
might
see-
butcher her, that's it. If they nerf her.
What about you, A-Rod? Oh, you already said you're just going for a fucking armor break command grab. Just going on in. Is A-Rod gone? A-Rod, are you still here?
I can hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. He's just A-Rod is very, very quiet in person, but he's kind of a lab junkie. He's somebody that I've wanted to get on the podcast for a while, just because he's very he
Isn't that
lives
what
in
quiet
the
people do?
He's knowledgeable.
He's
Don't
just
say
lives
words.
in the,
I'm in the lab.
a lot of people like get on me. They're like, "Oh man, you know Devora's frame data? Like you know a lot about this game." And I'm like, "Dude, A-Rod has more knowledge of MK11 than I do." Because A-Rod is one of those guys that I'm like, "Hey man, what is Liu Kang's forward 3 on block?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, that's minus 17." And you're like, "Oh okay, awesome." He's like a frame data encyclopedia to me. I don't know. First thing I'm going to do on Tuesday is I'm going to fire up my stream and I'm going to go through the patch notes one by one. I don't know of too many people that are going to go in depth on the patch notes. I know Tom Brady will do a video. I'm pretty sure Roofle Monker and Ketchup and Mustard will go through. But like they usually don't go as in depth as Sajam used to. Because remember Sajam's patch videos? Before Sajam became a full-time streamer, when he used to do patch videos for Injustice and MKX, he had some of the best patch explanation videos, and that's what I would want to model my patch videos after, is like being as in-depth as Sajam's. Nobody else does that.
Yeah, I have to catch it on YouTube.
Nobody else does that. I can't wait, dude. I'm so fucking hyped for Ultimate. Like, it's not even palatable.
I'm ready, but I'm scared at the same time.
Yeah.
Why are you scared, dude? Don't. Oh my god, these kids, these fucking days.
I'll just talk about all these.
Ponies is
I
scared for
hope they
change.
don't. Yeah, I don't want them to nerf all my favorite things.
I just can't wait to see what everybody comes up with, dude. This is the return of the lab.
Anybody
Nobody
has a lab.
labs. There's nobody labs like Sonic Fox said, because there's no reason to lab. It's like you figure out your one basic bread and butter, and then like you work on a couple of punishes and flawless blocks, but there's no reason to like lab anything. And this is the return of the lab once again.
What?
Return of the lab. Oh Lord.
Down one, down close.
That change is going to be big. The down one change is going to be big. I think that's going to be one of the. I think the return of Oki is the biggest change, personally. Oh my god, dude! I used to fucking wreck people and go on like 35 fucking win streaks in Combat League just off of knowing how to manipulate Oki from like fighting game fundamentals. And once everybody got window wake up buttons and Oki died, like that fucking killed my play style like a lot. And now I can't get like 35 win streaks because I can't just abuse people on Oki that don't defend. Like, so the return of Oki it's kind of a.
I'm kind of curious about that wake up.
It's a buff to people like me who know how to manipulate people that like don't respect Oki. Like people that used to play Guilty Gear and Tekken who have really strong Oki are going to dominate in MK11 going forward. Like a lot of people that have been beating me and a lot of people that could beat me in MK11, I don't think will be able to beat me anymore. Because I look and I'm like, dude, I never did wake up buttons. I never implemented that into my repertoire. Even though that was the meta, even though that was winning, I was like, no, I'm not going to do it. It's a bad habit, and they're probably going to get rid of that soon. And I don't want to have that habit when I go into other fighting games. So I never got in the habit of wake up buttons, and I still know how to manipulate wake up and Oki. So like me having kept my skills fresh and just taken the losses during all of MK11. But see, I don't have to change the way I play. All of you do. You people have to stop doing wake up buttons. You people have to start blocking when you get knocked down. And you people have to start respecting my strike throw mix up when I knock you down. And that's going to make me more dangerous.
Really well that I didn't even know what I was actually doing or the name of it. I was like, what? What am I?
I'm pretty sure a lot of people are fucked with that. A lot of big name MK players, like I watch tournaments, I watch fucking competitions and exhibitions, and a lot of people that are doing well in MK11 are really bad at fighting games. And I think this patch is going to expose how bad they were. When they can't do like some of the stupid scrubby shit that you could do in this game to win, and those are habits. We're at the point now where they have to retrain their muscle memory to be able to not do that. Whereas me, who never gave into those scrubby tactics, I just took the L's and said, nope, I'm staying fundamentally sound. And now my fundamentals are going to pay off. I won't have to retrain those bad habits, and I'm going to blow everybody up. I'm telling you guys, this is going to be like when MK11 first came out and I was just dominating and nobody could fucking touch me. They buffed me. NetherRealm buffed me. They didn't buff my character. They buffed me. They probably nerfed Kung Lao.
I'm so bad I don't even do wake up rolls yet.
What?
I don't think I ever used a wake up roll.
I hardly ever used wake up roll.
I don't think I've ever used that.
I hardly ever used any of the wake up options because I felt like they were more stronger as a threat. Like same thing with Fatal Blow. Like it's more scarier if I have Fatal Blow than when I don't have Fatal Blow. So like on Oki, like I would just get up blocking because like I already know you're scared of wake up buttons, you're scared of up 3, you're scared of roll, you're not going to do anything. So I'm just going to get up blocking and maybe even jump on wake up to like move back in, which is that's a valid tactic in fighting games is blocking and jumping on wake up when you make the read. So like yeah. They buffed me. NetherRealm buffed me. I already know that I'm gonna be a beast.
They buffed you.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a beast in Ultimate. I already know it because like all the shit that fucking caters to players like me, like fundamentals and solid fighting game understanding and fighting game habits, like that's shit that I've trained over the years, and like I'm gonna be bringing that shit. And then the fact that the lab is now like practice mode is now mandatory to get good. Like, you can't just learn a YouTube combo and then jump online. Like, you actually have to lab because you don't know what you're going to be facing out there. So you need to understand all options and all different character combinations. And I'm a lab junkie, man. I sit in practice mode all day if I could. And someone like me who's going to lab different variations, different setups, different escapes, different counters, versus somebody that's like, lol, I'm going to pick Sub-Zero and have fucking 50-50 and the slide and the ground, the meter burn ice ball. Like, that idiot is going to get blown up because me, I'm going to lab that shit. I'm going to figure out how to option select it. I'm going to figure out. I'm telling you.
I don't have any cheap characters, though. I don't play any cheap characters. So I don't know.
Play fucking Kodal and Collector. Shut the fuck up. Both of those are cheap characters. Like, please shut the entire fucking... You're lucky I'm too far away from the fucking Discord button to just mute your ass. I don't play cheap characters. Plays Kodal Khan and fucking Collector. and Ponies played Bullock back when Bullock was cheap. Back when Bullock was boss.
I love Bullock, though.
He's like, I don't play cheap characters. I'm like, motherfucker, you play the fucking boss. You play a boss.
Nobody played Bullock, though. But I was the only one.
I don't play cheap characters. And then he's fucking talking
Everybody
about
was
Scarlet
the whole time. Everybody played Ascension the whole time, though.
At least Syzoth admits, he's like, dude, I play fucking Cetrion. I'm fucking bullshit. At least Syzoth is like, I'm pretty bullshit.
I'm just saying, though. No, I played Bullock, and everybody's like, go Ascension. So, it's not my fault I like Bullock.
Yeah, but when you have someone like Sonic Fox saying that Bullock is the best variation, like, it's not like you were alone in playing Bullock. There were a lot of people that agreed that Bullock was stupid. Like, you're full of shit, buddy. You're full of shit.
Exposed.
My bad.
At least A-Rod, he admits that Collector's cheap, right, Arood?
Yes.
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah, he had to pause. He was like, wait a minute, hold on. Am I going to agree to this? Yes, I will agree. Yes. Concurred.
I mean, I didn't play that at first, man. I'm just saying.
I think I'm one of the few people in the NetherRealm community that actually admitted my character was cheap for the longest time. Because people were always like downplaying Kung Lao, saying he was like the worst. Dude, remember the initial tier list when they were saying Kung Lao was the worst character in the game? And I was like, no, he's fucking cheap. And I was the only, for the longest time, you guys don't know how many people shit on me because I would put Kung Lao top 5. Fucking Syzoth and Arood, you guys used to shit on me on Twitter. Be like, really, Kung Lao top 5? And I'm like, dude, he's fucking good. And now everybody's like, yeah, Kung Lao's fucking cheap. And with fucking great Kung Lao stance and fucking spin, he's going to be even cheaper. And I'm like, see, I told you guys Kung Lao was good, man. Nobody listened to me. Nobody listens to me.
Oh, my point. Kano's about to be a little silly right now.
Magnet Kano, people. Magnet Kano is going to be fucking dope.
The magnet?
Dude, he can cancel knives. So when he throws a knife, he can cancel the knife into magnet. So he can hit confirm from almost full screen for a full combo. Like,
I didn't know that was possible. Oh, wow.
Yeah, so when he does magnet, right? So you do knives. If you hit down back 1 after the first knife, he fucking magnets you and pulls you in. And so basically you can hit confirm knife into a combo. Every Kano knife is like full combo on hit. Like, that shit is so cheap.
It's about to get nerfed.
Like, magnet Kano.
Bad.
That's not even the other magnet, because he has the fucking magnet that he can put on the ground, right? So he has that fucking trap, right? He puts down a trap that fucking magnetizes you. It's like Garrus's sand trap or Garrus's quicksand. Like, it sucks you into the magnet trap. But the thing is, Kano, when he throws knives, if he activates the trap, it calls his knives back. So he could sit there and combo into, like, do a string into knives. The knives go through you, right? Like, you neutral duck the knives. He calls the knives back. They hit you on the way back and combos you on the way back.
Oh, no. I feel like they're going to be handing out bans like Oprah right now. That move doesn't sound...
Dude, nobody
like
labbed. I labbed the shit out of Magnet Kano. And because I thought it was going to be his one of his 4th variations. So I labbed the shit out of it. And he's got so many nasty sets off those magnets. The thing is, you can't have the chest magnet with the floor magnet. Those counter each other. So you can only have one magnet. But, like, dude, those magnets are so fucking good. I was getting, like, fucking 30% unbreakable with, like, 1 bar off of Magnet Kano.
I've been trying new side by that lately. He's pretty
Grand
hard.
Kano.
Like, and the magnet, and when he does the knives, like, so when you put the magnet on the ground and you throw Kano knives, the magnet actually makes the knives go closer to the ground, so they end up turning into a mid. So his Kano knives become a mid if you're standing too close to the magnet.
That's just ban Kano, yeah.
Right? Because, like, the way it is, so, like, if you have your characters, right, like, this is Kano, and
That
this
one
is
acid
Kano,
magnet.
and you put the magnet in between you, like, as the knives go over the magnet, they drop down, like, the magnet sucks them closer to the ground, but they still keep going, so they end up being a mid. Like, they start high, and then they go down, and now they're a mid, and now Kano can zone you with mid projectiles all day. Like, he's so dumb. Magnet Kano is so dumb. Nobody's labbing him. Nobody labbed him, but I'm like, yo, dude, Magnet Kano, he's going to be a fucking irritating motherfucker to fight. Like, he's going to be irritating because you can fucking add Magnet with command grab. This game is going to be fucking lit, dude. I'm telling you, I can't wait. There's so much stupid shit. People are just now starting to see how dumb Demon Dash is with Scorpion. Like, have you guys labbed Demon Dash?
Yeah.
Only who was that? A-Rod? I knew A-Rod labbed everything. He labs everything. But Demon Dash is a 7-frame fucking startup instant special move. Like, Scorpion's going to be able to... Scorpion's basically going to turn into Raijin Raiden. Only instead of doing charge displace or whatever, dispersal, he's going to do fucking Demon Dash, which has the range of Liu Kang's flying kick at 7 frames.
Reversal on Punish King right there.
Right? Like, you'll never be able to do anything -7 to Scorpion.
Nope.
From full screen. Because that thing has super range. I have a feeling they're going to nerf it. I think they're going to make it like 11.
Yeah, they are.
They're probably going to make it like 10
Yeah,
or
they are.
11 frame startup like Sub-Zero and Liu Kang's advancing moves. I don't think Demon Dash is going to stay 7 frames.
It's not. It's not.
Like, it's gonna be pretty stupid. I can't wait. But we are at about an hour and 20 minutes. Anybody got final thoughts before we close it out? Y'all are some silent motherfuckers. Pony, what's your final thought?
Yes.
You guys are killing me. Anyways, I'll give my final thought. Oh, I can't wait for Ultimate. It's going to be great. We're going to have fun. We're going to play some Mortal Kombat.
I can
Socials.
hear
Oh, you guys, yeah, but you guys aren't talking. These motherfuckers have been bugging me for months. When are we going to get on the podcast? When are we going to get on the podcast? And I was like, dude, I want you guys in, man. When are you guys available? Finally, I get these guys on the podcast. And they're fucking silent. Dude, this is like radio. They can't see you. They don't see your facial expression. I know you're doing a goofy face. They can't see that. They only see mine. They're still fucking quiet. Anyways, I want to thank you guys for coming out to the podcast. Those of you that have social media hooked up, you can follow Syzoth and Arood on Twitter. Ponies doesn't have any other social media other than he posts in our Discord, and he has a Twitch account. Also, Syzoth and AfterErick occasionally enter tournaments. They've entered my tournament, or at least AfterErick. Syzoth AfterErick entered my tournament and got second place. But they do enter a lot of tournaments, and they do a lot of work with S-Tier Gaming. So if you want to follow them more, definitely check them out on Twitter, and definitely look out for them in tournaments. They're very, very talented guys. They're definitely going to go far. So go out and support them.
Yes.
And with that, we're going to call
Yep.
the podcast because you guys are fucking, I think you guys are fucking taking a dump. Isn't it like no fucking dump November? You're not allowed to poop on a podcast, asshole.
Can you hear A-Rod?
I don't hear A-Rod at all.
He's talking.
I don't hear him, and neither does the stream. If I don't hear you, the stream doesn't hear you. Wait, so he was talking this whole time?
Yeah, he was trying to talk. He was actually answering you, but I guess you can't hear him.
Wow. I don't have him muted or anything. Did one of you assholes mute him? Nobody hears
All right, well,
A-Rod.
I just want to say thank you for having me on the podcast. Honey Badger.
You couldn't hear me, Badger?
With nobody, look at the chat. Nobody heard you, dude. You were
that
talking
sucks
this
so
whole
bad.
time.
I was replying. You're like, "What do you guys think is the next thing?" I was like, "Hop KBs." I was like, and I asked. I think Syzoth heard. I was like, "What's the biggest like the habit like that players do all the time? Like, what's the best? What's the worst bad habit everybody does? You know, what's the thing?" But I was like, "Oh, I guess we'll just let Badger have the show."
I didn't hear. No, dude, chat didn't hear any of that, dude. None of us
Oh,
heard
wow.
that. But that is a good.
What the
That is
hell?
a good thing. Let's cover that before we go. Then the worst habit. Let's go. That'll be our final thought. Worst habit.
Our worst habit probably would people believe that if you're plus, then you're plus, but you're not. Like most people believe like a -7 is plus, like a -5 or a -2, and then they'll just be like, "I'm gonna poke," bah, and it works, because online. But in reality, when you have a great mid or you read it, you punish and they call you trash. And I'm just like, huh?
Oh yeah,
What do
they're
you
like,
mean?
you just mashing forward one. No, you're mashing down one, asshole.
Yep. And like that like, or the bad habit would be just to jump and then like you accidentally move forward and it works, and jumping. I had a bad habit, but now I just hop.
Right.
Hopping's the best way to do it now because you're in the air. A lot of characters can anti-air.
Yeah, unless it's Shang Tsung's jump kick. I've yet to anti-air that fucking thing.
Fuck! Oh my god! Don't even get me started. I have a buddy that mains him, and I don't know what the fuck is up with that kick. It has like an extra long range with his toes. Like they
Right?
reach out farther. Like
Shang Tsung is anti-airable. He's just, you can't. I've tried every fucking thing. Like unless you flawless block up too, he just jump kicks for free. That's just how the match works. That's how I play
he
the
gets
match.
stubby though. He's just like Sub-Zero's down one. It has like a weird like it'll whiff. Like I've seen it.
Yeah.
It's,
He does have
So-
stubby buttons, I guess, to make up for his bullshit jump kick.
and his
Got a
amazing
buff
buttons.
Okay,
His
side,
best low,
Shang Tsung's best low is what, down 3 or down 4?
back three. That shit's 10
Back 3's a mid. Back 3's
Or
not a
is it-
low. It's a mid.
Which one?
Back
which
3
one's
4 is a low, right? That kick that Shang Tsung spam that looks like a low, it's not. It's a mid. Back 3's a mid. The second hit when he does the second sweep, that's a low.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's a mid. It's not a low. You can block it standing, but it looks like his down 3, which is a low. You can tell between the two because his foot is higher up on the mid. So when he does down 3, his foot is like sliding on the ground. When he does the back 3, his foot is like up off the ground. That's how you can tell it's the
Oh
mid.
my god, I can finally speak.
Back
I was
3
wondering
is a
what was
low.
going on in this world.
Oh, you couldn't speak as well. No, we heard you, or I heard you.
I
I could hear.
couldn't hear you.
They may be
I had to be in the
maybe-
stream just to hear.
Oh,
Maybe.
okay.
Discord's acting up.
Did you like?
Discord is
Did you have like
acting
a
full.
quick internet stop? Like your internet stop?
Yeah, I
Like-
think so, but it's all good now. We're good.
Okay, so Syzoth, what's the worst habit people have that you're going to blow up in Ultimate?
Wake up buttons, I guess. I
Right?
think that's the
Wake
worst
up,
habit.
buttons.
Yeah.
For me, it's just wake up in particular. Wake up.
Oh,
in
Badger, his
general.
back 3 is a low.
It is a low. Hold on, I'm pulling it up.
Yeah. I was like, no, I play Shang every day with my buddy.
Oh.
It's a low. I got a block
It is a
low.
low. It used to be a mid. They might have changed it. There's a lot of moves that they changed the properties on that aren't in the patch notes. Kung Lao's forward 1-3 up 2 used to be a mid. That last hit used to be a mid, and then they changed it to a high because everybody ducked it anyways. Like everybody could dunk that last hit, that up 2. So they just changed it to a high, but it used to be a mid that was +7 on block. And they changed that in the patch notes, and they never mentioned it. Or they changed it in a patch and never mentioned it in the patch notes. Same thing with Kung Lao's 1-2-2 and 1-2-2-3. Those used to be 2 different strings. Now it's just 1-2-2.
Okay, what about Scorpion's back 1-4-1? I think I know it used to be a double low, but now it's a low mid.
Yeah, that used to be a double low as well, right?
Okay,
It's
I
a one
was
mid?
fucking right. They changed it. It was low mid now.
Yeah, see, they do change shit without telling us.
See,
It's
like
not in the
I'm
patch
fucking
notes.
right. I was like, I had a buddy like, no, dude, you're on some other stuff. It's a low
Some
mid. I'm
stealth
like,
nerf.
no, I remember playing this shit at Evo. That shit was a double low, even though it was like minus like 23. It's still like you had to block the double low because if you forgot, you get
Yep.
hit.
Yep.
Damn, they took that out, or maybe I didn't even notice they
They
did.
might have changed it. They might have changed it. I think that because there's a lot of stuff like I said, there's a lot of move lists and frame data corrections with
Mhm.
Kung Lao that I noticed that weren't in the patch notes. So like
There's
a
a
lot of
lot.
people, there's a lot of that shit, and yeah, that Shang
Stealth
Tsung's
nerf.
back three could have been changed to a low, and we never knew. But I remember it was a mid when he first released. That might have been in the when they nerfed his damage. They made back three a low, but it used to be a
Oh, yeah.
mid. It used to be a mid, and I remember
His
if you
damage
go
was, like,
back,
easy.
I forget if it was Tom Brady or Rooflemonger or Ketchup and Mustard, but one of them did a video showing that it was a mid, and they were complaining
I'll have to
about
look
it.
that up
They
later.
said they were complaining because they were like, it looks like a low. Why is it not a low? Why is it a mid? Like they made a whole video about it, talking like back when Shang Tsung first came out, and so it's there. It was a mid at one point, but it's not anymore.
I'll have to look it up again.
I can't remember if it was Rooflemonger or Tom Brady or Ketchup and Mustard, but it was one of those three that did that. But anyways, ponies. What
What's
bullshit?
up, bro?
What bullshit bad habit are you blowing up for your final thought?
Blowing up. Oh man, I don't think I'm capable of blowing up anybody.
That's a good final thought.
Honesty is the best.
I'm just
Right? I've already
out
said
here trying to beat up people for no reason.
I already said I'm blowing up people who don't know how to navigate wake up. Like that bad habit alone is going to cost so many people matches to me. Because they're going to try to do shit on wake up other than defend because it's
Because the
still
late
my
wake up
turn.
buttons is like the biggest thing that I just can't understand how it works for everybody.
Right? And I'm gonna kill so many people. Like, dude, that's gonna be the return of throw loops. Oh my god, I'm gonna throw loop the shit. Go back and watch my old fucking VODs or YouTube or whatever, dude. I used to throw loop people like fucking 8 times in a row and just win the whole match with nothing but back grab. Because people didn't
Yep.
respect wake up.
I remember when Gearus was the best example. God,
You could throw you loop you both ways. Oh,
I was just
Why? Why is that thing?
I don't have a problem with throw loops. Like I got in. If I
mean,
grabbed you, I won neutral. You should have stuck out a button before I got close enough to grab you.
I think that's when everybody started like flawless blocking up threes and up twos. There was a moment where like we got a flawless
yeah.
block everything, and I remember there was like that was the meta for like a bit, and then everybody stopped doing it, and now delay,
'Cause
short
delay
delay
came
wake up
out.
buttons.
Delay. Once delay buttons came out, it broke the game. It literally broke the game because meter management was irrelevant. Like I only need meter for fucking special moves and breakaway. Because I can just
Now
break
you
the
gotta
buttons
follow
and
the
it blows
black
up.
door
Oh, it's going to be so good. It's going to be so
house.
good.
Follow the short house.
Anyways, I want to thank you guys for coming out. I want to have you guys back on soon. Like, I had a lot of fun with this one. I hope you guys had fun as well.
I did, even
Yeah,
though
we
I was
did.
pretty
We
much
did.
low key gone for the rest the whole time.
Right? Fuck, dude. I was like,
Or-
man, A-Rod he's not
thought
a
everybody
loud
did.
mouth.
I was like, he
He's
kept
not-
saying quiet. I was like, this, like, Eric hears me. Like, what? This was just playing around, right?
Right? I was like, dude, he's not this quiet in person. Like, I know he's not a loudmouth like me, but like I've talked to this guy at tournaments. He talks. What the fuck is going
Yeah.
on?
He's
And here I am, the guy that just started the game, talking the most. And
It's all right.
Take-
Next time I'll be on it, and I'll be for sure making sure that you hear me.
Right. I was like, dude, because I was excited because I was like, dude, Syzoth and A-Rod are gonna talk so much shit. They're gonna clown me on my own fucking show. This is gonna be great. And then I didn't get that. Go ahead, clown me real quick before we go.
Kung Lao's not top tier.
Oh, I'm not gonna
His dive
rebut.
kick should be it's more minus
Oh,
on recovery. On recovery.
No rebuttal, Badger. Just let him have it. He was silent. Let him have it.
What else? Oh, Kung Lao hat should be only highs.
What?
Can't move it down no more. That's it.
Oh, I can't move it down. I'm Lotus Fist anyways.
His hat spin can't reach more than like 2 blocks of the map.
It already
Can't go far.
doesn't. That shit already doesn't reach. Fucking force.
Oh
away.
hell no! I got hit with the raw wake
I don't
up
think this is
spin.
bad,
That
yeah.
shit
It's
reached
about
far. That freaking spin reached so far on wake up. I was
Until-
like, you're fucking wild.
Unless you try to use it to make forward 1-3 safe, then it just whiffs and they can get a full punish.
Or that too. Never
Right.
mind.
Well, thanks guys for coming out, man. I really appreciate it. We got to get you two on again. Definitely. You two ponies.
Thank you, Badger.
Thank you.
And me.
Right? So we're going to call it there. This will be up on YouTube hopefully soon. But I want to thank everybody for enjoying the podcast. We're going to get to regular Mortal Kombat shit in a sec. But I'll see you guys later.
Deuces.
Later.
Take care, everybody, and live your life the right way only.
Of course. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.